Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, the enrollment period for insurance under the Affordable Health Care Act began on Tuesday. We'll bring you a video from the recent Tullahoma Chamber Coffee. We'll bring you part 3 of Tom Corrington's interview with senatorial candidates from the 16th District. The Highway 41 Toy Convoy is coming up this Saturday, and we'll bring you more from the TH Band March-a-thon. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Have you heard the news? The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new and improved website. That's russellbarnett.com. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, then look no further than russellbarnett.com. Online service appointments, customer testimonials, and vehicle history reports, this website has it all. We're the largest Middle Tennessee family-owned dealership with 5 locations to choose from. russellbarnett.com, and why buy anywhere else?
Hi, I'm Mike Winton, and I'm running for State Senate for the 16th District of Tennessee. Raised by a single mother who worked multiple jobs to raise our family, I understand the value of hard work and the obstacles met by many members of this district. Because of this, I'm committed to ensuring that you have access to education and health care. Whether I'm on a mission trip or running my business, I always remember it's about our witness and not about me. Be sure to vote for me, Mike Winton, so that our district can win with Winton.
This ad paid for by the candidate.
I see a train a-coming, it's rolling up the track, and it looks like that train's loaded with a real good Democrat. Mike's headed up to Nashville, that's where we need him to be. And if we all vote for Winton, we'll finally have a state senator who really represents you and me.
Be sure to vote for me, Mike Winton, so that our district can win with Winton.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance is reminding consumers that open enrollment for insurance coverage on the federally facilitated marketplace began November 1st. During open enrollment, Tennesseans can apply for cost assistance, change plans, and enroll in the plan. Tennesseans will have access to marketplace coverage for 2017, no matter where they lived. However, consumers shopping for coverage will notice several significant changes in the marketplace, including Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee will not offer coverage on or off the exchange in the Nashville, Memphis, and Knoxville markets. Humana will provide coverage in Nashville, Memphis, and Knoxville, and will be the only exchange carrier providing coverage in the Knoxville region. Cigna will provide coverage in Nashville, Memphis, and Johnson City.
You can visit the Department of Commerce and Insurance website to see specific coverage information related to Tennessee's 8 rating areas in 2017, as well as specific insurer plan information. A consumer whose plan is no longer offered should review all insurance options to make the best choice for themselves. Consumers may purchase insurance off the exchange in the individual market, but those purchases will not be eligible for premium subsidies. The department also emphasizes the need for consumers to carefully review plan networks. If you like your physician, make sure he or she is included in the plan network and check the carrier directories for local hospitals to ensure easy access in the network services where possible. December 15th is the last day to enroll in or change plans for the coverage scheduled to start January 1st, 2017.
Woodard's Diamonds and Designs hosted this month's Tullahoma Chamber Coffee. It was special as always, but made more special since this was the 20th time Jim Woodard has served Belgian waffles as he prepares for his trip to Belgium to purchase diamonds. John Gray was there and brings us this video.
And it's Woodard's Diamond Showroom here today, and they're celebrating Belgian waffles at the Chamber Coffee. All the notables will be here. There's all kinds of fun to be had. Announcements will be made. There's Joe right there. He's country. He's cat country. That's how country he is. You know, so it's just getting started, and we'll get an interview with Jim. The tables are all set up for Halloween, and it's Belgian waffle time. And here's the waffle room, the breakfast room right here. We've got Belgian waffles and pretty smiles and hungry faces. Them Hatfield boy over there, he's gonna get him something to eat. I'll guarantee you that.
Promise you that. Man,
look at that bunch, huh? They got waffles and they got sausage, shear up and all that good stuff, and coffee, and all right. Belgian waffle time, Woodard's Diamond Show Run. Of course, there's the chamber chick right there. She's getting everything lined up. There's Mr. Woodard right there. We're gonna corner him in a minute and get some verbiage out of him. Yeah, here's Jim Woodard here. It's Belgian waffle time, buddy. How's it going?
Oh, John, listen, it is October, so it must be about time for Belgian waffles, and actually diamonds from all over the world, John, so I'm glad you're here today. But hey, you know what this is?
What is it?
This is my 25th year as a business.
25 years.
That's why I'm wearing this extra little nicer outfit today.
I mean, you're looking sharp today too, buddy.
We are trying to celebrate 25 years of Woodard's Diamonds and Designs. So it was 25 years ago that Woodard's opened. They had a little girl named Anna on the ground and had stone in the oven cooking. And all of a sudden I was told that my store was going to be closed and that I would not have a job in about 3 months. So with that being said, I had to get busy and find somebody to loan me the money to buy the business to open up Woodard's. And you know what? That meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to our family. And that would not have happened if it had not been for this community and all of you that have supported it. 25 years says a lot, and with God's blessings and God's favor, I hope to be here another 25, because I want to be like the Couch family. You know, that's what I want to be. And I don't see the little couches that were here. I still have fond memories about that. As far as a business question, this celebrates 30 years. The waffles are about going overseas and buying diamonds. Today, Woodard's buys diamonds from all over the world. It's not just Antwerp anymore. It is Russia. It is Mumbai. It is also Israel. So they come from all over the world. We've also added this year Levion. If you all are familiar with that wonderful brand, Levion, they've been in the jewelry manufacturing business for 500 years. That name and that family has been making jewelry. So we've added that. Because of people like you. And if you want to look around and kind of look at each other and think about each other, again, it's the people that make the community great. Lots of great things going on in our community.
We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday Miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Tonight we bring you part 3 of Tom Corrington's interview with senatorial candidates Mike Winton and Janice Bowling.
Hey, let's move on to one of our favorite hot button issues, and that's gun control. And the perennial question is trying to increase the use of background checks and particularly trying to screen out folks with mental issues. So what is your take on that? Let's start with you this time, Mike.
Okay. Tom, you know, I believe and support our Second Amendment rights in the Constitution. It's an important right that we have and we deserve. With a background in working with law enforcement over the years, you have to realize that we need stopgaps in place. We need to be able to use a background check system so that we know who have the weapons in their hands. You know, I own several weapons myself, and there's not ever been a necessity for me to be able to get that weapon that day. I've never been scheduled to go on a hunting trip or plan a hunting season that I didn't have plenty of time to prepare for that. So we need to make sure that we have those waiting periods that we can be sure. I remember one night
waiting for the background check.
Yes, sir.
To take,
yes, sir.
okay.
And to be able to purchase those weapons through licensed facilities and know where it's going and who hands it's going into. There's no more eerie feeling than to be at a home at 12 o'clock at night and a weapon be discharged from a person that had no business having a weapon in their hands. And if we look at our school campuses today, if we look at different venues, if you walk into a campus environment and you see 3 people and they're all armed and one of those is a perpetrator, enforcement has no way of discerning who is the right person.
Which is which?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Senator Bowling?
I definitely have been a long-time supporter of our Second Amendment rights. I think there are those that have written jingles that have been produced in Grundy County calling me the pistol-packing mama. And that is important because our founding fathers did understand that our First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to assemble, freedom to redress the government and all, in many ways was dependent on the Second Amendment. When you look at countries that have trampled on people's right to bear arms, tyranny is the author of those laws that take away people's rights to bear arms. Our founding fathers gave us protection. They declared that was a God-given right to defend yourself and to bear arms and to protect your liberties. They had just come out from under tyranny. And I'm very pleased that I got an A rating from the NRA and the endorsement of the NRA, and I think Mr. Winton got an F with the NRA. So I don't, and also I just sponsored legislation because I think in Tennessee we have the carry permits, and the carry permits do have a lot of regulations associated with them. But there's one loop that was not closed, in my opinion, in the state of Tennessee, and I carried legislation this past session that did close that. If there is a court order of protection against a person, then that person, the local jurisdiction that issued that court order of protection, has to send that information to the national database so that if that person who has that order of protection on them, if they attempt to buy or purchase a weapon, that, no pun intended, triggers that system. And it sends up a flag, and as the law stood previous to my legislation, then that information was sent back to the TBI. My legislation simply closed the loop. It said the TBI had 24 hours to get the information that the person who had a court order of protection in a particular jurisdiction, they got that information to that jurisdiction because that's where somebody's life could potentially be a danger if that person had escalated in their anger toward that person or whatever and was trying to purchase a gun knowing that it was against the law for them to do so while still under that court order of protection. Okay. That's who needed to know. So there are reasonable laws that protect innocent people and that protect all of our right to bear arms.
Tom, just to answer the F grading, I don't know what the criteria is for NRA, but I know at dinner the other night at our NRA friends that help raise money for our local youth and clay busters, you know, I'm always there supporting that, and I just wanted the public to know that.
Okay.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
It's not Invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Welcome back. The Highway 41 Toy Convoy is coming up this Sunday afternoon. Jim spoke with Katie Ishii about the event.
Pleased to have joining us now Katie Ishii, who is the head person of and the originator of the 41 Toy Convoy, and that's coming up this weekend, Katie.
Right. It's this Sunday, and I'm really excited. Everybody I have talked to from my previous show entry list, everybody was already planning to come before I called them, so I think it's going to be the biggest turnout we've had in a long time.
It always seems to get bigger and better every year, no matter what. You started this, you originated this program when, Katie?
Basically, back in '97, we had a motorcycle group, 41 ABATE, and they folded after 3 years, and so it was either stop the convoy, because I was already organizing it for them, or to keep it going, and we chose to keep it going. And so this is our 20th anniversary. I know a lot of people thought it was going to last 2 or 3 years and then disappear.
That's unbelievable. It really is.
We got the longest running event around here, so I'm really excited about that. We wanted to invite everything that rolls. Cars, bikes, trucks, vans, hot rods. We didn't care, because I remember when I didn't ride, standing on a street corner, watching all these bikers go by, and I'm like, I want to do that, but I didn't have a motorcycle, so I couldn't do it. And so I said, there's no reason for somebody who wants to do this and help us, you know, not be able to, just because they don't have a motorcycle. So we invite cars, bikes, trucks, vans, hot rods, motorcycles, big rigs, everything. Hot rod. We got rat rods coming in this year, and they told me they're bringing with them 2 truckloads of toys. Just 2 guys that I spoke to. They have been collecting toys throughout the year.
I think what you're watching on the screen, folks, is video from some of the past events as we're talking here. So.
Yeah, this was back in, I can't remember what year this was, but as you can see, there's a little bit of everything that comes in, and we ask everybody flies the American flag and to salute our military. There's a lot of guys still overseas that would like to be home, be remembered at Christmas. So as y'all can see, there are some awesome rides that come in for this run.
Now, the purpose of this, let's be clear about this. The purpose of this is because, and the reason it's called Toy Convoys, because you're trying to get people to bring toys. That's the
everybody, is asked to bring a new unwrapped toy or 2, whatever they can afford, and it's the toys go out through the Sheriff's Department, Tullahoma Fire Department, Manchester Police Department, and I take some toys over to Bedford County, and they distribute the toys throughout their system that they have set up.
Now this starts over in Manchester, right? At where?
Raiders Academy. We're going to line up at Raiders Academy. That's located on Highway 55 at the interstate. And lineup starts at 11, but these guys have turned it into a cruise-in. I get there at 10. There's people in the parking lot already set up. And they hang out in the parking lot, and at 1 o'clock we roll. We have a police escort to bring us down Tullahoma. And we have a new venue this year. We're going to end at London's, and the city's closing Lincoln Street from Jackson over the railroad track for us, and then down at the crossroads of Atlantic. And we're going to go 55, hit Jackson, come all the way up through town. Now we leave Manchester at 1 o'clock, so if you want to get along, if you can't join it, you can at least come out and see it. And we go past the mall, hit Atlantic, and backtrack downtown to Lincoln. And then the show will be along Lincoln Street, and the band will be set up at that little park. I call it Lincoln Park, next to the alleyway there.
And we might mention, we got just a few minutes here, just a minute here left, but you don't have to call and make arrangements. All you got to do is show up at the Raider Academy. Right.
It's $10 a carload. If you have 3 or more kids, you get in free. 20 if you want to show. You get 10 tickets towards your door prize drawings, and we'll be doing that all throughout the afternoon. We've got a Dwayne Allman tribute band this year. We'll be rocking the afternoon away. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, it's going to be a lot of fun, folks, and plus it's going for something.
Lineup starts at 11, we roll at 1, and everybody, all vehicles are welcome, large and small. We've had semis down to motorcycles, so y'all please come out and join us.
We'll be right back in just a moment.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma High School Band marched through the Briarwood subdivision last Saturday on their way to perform a mini concert for the English and Ponder families. Let's watch the portion of the performance.
All right, folks, so if you don't know that we are here on this side. This is Gracie Ponder's house. So this is the Ponders over here. Somebody cheer for the Ponders. And then right next door on this side, we have Mr. English's house. So cheer for Mr. English. All right, so we got a couple of tunes we're going to play here. Let's kick off with the fight song first, and we'll dedicate this to both the Ponders and Mr. English and the English family. Here we go.
The Coffee County Humane Society featured pet this week is Jenny. She is a beagle mix who needs a forever home with a place to play. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Hokedale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252 in Manchester. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a miniature schnauzer mix named Sophie. She entered the shelter as a stray and is approximately 3.5 months old. Sophie weighs about 8 pounds, is up to date on her vaccinations, and good with other dogs and children. She will receive a free spay provided by the animal shelter. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for information about upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up after these messages.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family, and we have your next truck. From the Ford F-Series, the Ram, Chevrolet, or the GMC, then look no further than the Russell Barnett family. With over 350 new and pre-owned trucks to choose from, now is the time to buy. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, Ford of Winchester, and Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. Why buy anywhere else?
At the time, maybe you were just building a bridge, a business, or a community. Maybe you were simply working for a home or a better tomorrow. At the time, you served out of duty and love of country. But in that time, we see a legacy created, an American dream lived. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 2003 at 83 degrees. The record low was in 1954 at 14 degrees. The average high on this day is 65 and the average low is 41. Mostly cloudy weather expected tonight with a low of around 57. Mostly sunny weather in your forecast on Friday with a high of 71 and a low of 46, and mostly sunny weather again in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 70 and a low of 47. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wishes you and your families an absolutely gorgeous weekend. Thank you.